Corbin University Library is much more than just a place that holds books. It is a place to hang out, to get work done, and to snack. It is a place where your various information endeavors can be met. This brief tutorial will provide an overview of what the library is and where things are. When you first walk in the main entrance of the library, three things should strike your eyes: the circulation desk, the pod, and the stacks. The circulation desk will be on your left-hand side. This is one of the places where you can ask questions, get help on finding material for a certain topic, check out books, and return them. If you go a little further forward, you have provisions on demand. The pod. This is a snack shop and is open when the library is open. If you're hungry and want to grab a snack while studying, stop in the pod. In front of you is the stacks. This is one of the places where our general collection is held. We use the Library of Congress classification scheme. This is an alphanumeric code that is meant to group books by topic. Most of you are probably familiar with the Dewey Decimal System. Most academic libraries use the Library of Congress system though. Dewey Decimal uses primarily numbers. Each 100 in the Dewey Decimal stands for another general classification. For example, 200 is religion, 300 is social science. The Library of Congress classification uses an alphanumeric system. B is a general classification of philosophy and religion. BR deals explicitly with Christianity. BR 115 deals explicitly with Christianity and its relation to special subjects such as psychology, economics, and philosophy. The G54 is a number that represents the author of the work. The author's last name in this case begins with a G. We will be talking more about the Library of Congress classification system when we get into finding books in the library. If you can remember that books are grouped together by topic, that is an excellent place to start. Therefore, if BR 115 deals with Christianity and its relation to special subjects, BR 114 and BR 116 are going to deal with similar, but not necessarily identical topics. Being a little familiar with the Library of Congress classification can be a great asset in your research. If you go to the left, you have the library's media collection and the reference collection. The Library of Congress classification works in these contexts as well. Our media collection contains a variety of DVDs, CDs, and other media content. A vast majority are intended for classroom use, but we do have a handful that are entertainment. For example, we have a copy of some of the classic Looney Tunes, an older cartoon collection. This is classified under Video PN 1992.77.L66649 2003. So if we are looking for information on the Looney Tunes, where do we go? Chances are that we do not have many more videos of them. The next section of material in this wing is our reference collection. References are books that typically provide a broad overview of a topic. They are great places to start any research as they give you a good introduction to your topic. If we really found the Looney Tunes interesting and wanted to do some more research on them, where would I begin in the reference collection? Like the media collection, it also uses the Library of Congress classification. The only difference is that it has REF as a prefix, which stands for reference. So, since I already know where the Looney Tunes were in the video collection, can't I just use the same call number to find some information about them in the reference collection? Yes, you can. If you go to the REF PN 1992.77.L66649 2003, what do you find? Unfortunately, you find nothing. However, as I mentioned earlier, the books are grouped together by subject. So if you take a look around that area, chances are you'll find a resource or two related to your topic. For example, I found two books that may shed some insight on my topics of the Looney Tunes: Encyclopedia of Television Film Directors and the Encyclopedia of Television Subjects, Themes, and Settings. Our reference collection is a relatively small collection and is a great place to start if you don't know where to start in the library. There are other rooms in this wing of the library, including study rooms and the solarium. These are places to hang out, do homework, or just chat. The other wing of the library continues the stacks. We are still interested in doing some research on the Looney Tunes. We did not find anything specific about the Looney Tunes in a reference collection. Is there anywhere else I can look in the library? Yes. the general collection. The upper floor of the library has a number of different purposes. First, it continues our general collection. Again, I want to see if we have anything at all regarding the Looney Tunes, and the call number I had was PN1992.77.L66649, 2003. Let's look in our general collection to see if we can find anything. Now, unfortunately, we don't find anything specifically related to Looney Tunes, but there's a book on Sesame Street and another one on Nightline. If I remember that these books are grouped together by topic, I might want to look around that collection a bit to see if there are any books that deal with simply television or cartoons generally. We have a handful of books that do this. For example, the book entitled A Companion to Television, and another book entitled The Columbia History of American Television. I may want to look at these books, particularly the indexes and the table of contents, to see if I can find anything worthwhile related to my topic. The upper floor of the library also has our juvenile collection, our kids' books, and our curriculum collection, intended for teacher education students who need curriculum material for the classes they are teaching. We also have a number of study rooms, an additional circulation desk, and computer labs. This was an overview of the Corbin University Library. Take some of your time to come and check it out.